Let's leave Facebook.
Recording is on.
Okay, let me just open up with the PhonePe. Because these are all the options that are available. So if someone is sending a link, you may think that that link is from Facebook or LinkedIn or something, but it might not be actually. So again, I got a link like PhonePe. Copy selection. Okay, it is asking me to enter the phone number. I'm just entering my number. Like OTP. I'm just entering some random numbers. Whatever I have entered, if you could see here, see. Now I'm pasting the link. Someone else give a try. Then we'll do with another site also. See, now whatever I have entered, initially it was a fake site, fake thing. Now it is phonepay.com. It has been come to a original page. What you will think, okay, first time something happened, so let me try another time. First time, whatever the username, password that you have entered, just check, see, yeah, see. So those who are trying with these numbers, I could able to get all the numbers. So the same, you may think that, okay, you get an offer from Amazon, you may think that the offer is from Flipkart, and you start entering your username and password, but the attacker could easily get your username password. Got it? Not only over this, let's say, let me, where is it? I'm just stopping this again. Let us try with Amazon, because I'm just trying to make you aware that whatever the link that you are getting, it is not a genuine. Okay, so let me check with Amazon. Where, what is the number? Number Amazon is 10. So let the server, but the OTP is user given but not generated. See here, this is a sample tool that I'm talking about. See, if there are, I'm not sure like whether we didn't receive it or not, but sometimes the server we can modify the code, because this is an open source tool. I can do it, and I can include a link that to just to generate a OTP also. So in that case, the attacker can do whatever the modification it wants. I'm just trying to show how the attackers do things. Okay, paste. Amazon again. If you have a username and password, what you will do? You will be entering it. So I'm just giving again my number. So again, I'm posting that in this site also. It is asking for the password. I'm giving 1234567 This is my password. Login. So now see, here it is showing that the password maybe like after some time, once I give login, right, it will take to the genuine Amazon page. See, whatever the password that I have entered is over here, the username, password. So this is a kind of phishing the attacker will do. That's what I'm trying to convey over here. Is that clear about phishing? Okay, so whatever you type as an attacker, I could able to get it. And not only in this tool, there are so many tools that we have for hacking it. Okay, like say one we discussed for webcam hacking, and one for this, and there are things that is used to compromise your entire mobile phone. Okay, like see, that is again a kind of your malware files. Let me just explain again types of social engineering. First thing, phishing, which is called as email via phishing, smishing, SMS via phishing. Wishing is voice over phishing. It means someone calls and telling that I am calling from this bank, I am from this thing and that thing. You will be getting a calls, right? So that is what wishing. Someone is trying to do a voice over call. And then the attacker use QR code for hacking your systems, because when you scan the QR code, it will show you a website. You do not know what website is. When you click onto that, again you may get compromised. Then spear phishing. Spear phishing is something like a targeted attack. I will not send this link to everyone so that my hacking will be known to everyone. If I want to hack only Jashwant, I will just send this to Jashwant alone. That is what spear phishing. Okay, a targeted social engineering attack. And there are another forms of social engineering attacks like shoulder surfing. So what is shoulder surfing is nothing but when you typing the password, someone stands behind you and see what it is. That is called a shoulder surfing. Standing behind your shoulder and seeing what you're doing. That's what shoulder surfing. And there is another concept called as dumpster diving. Okay, let me just show you the pictures of the same. This is what shoulder surfing. When you're typing something as an attack, they just sit nearby and see what you're typing. Okay, when you're typing your passwords or when you are doing an ATM pin, right, swipe, when you're typing the pin, the attacker can see what it is. That is what shoulder surfing. And piggybagging, there is another social engineering attack. This social engineering attacks are all non-technical attacks. Okay, see, when you don't have an ID card to enter inside your company or else something, right, what the attacker will do, when you are swiping and opening it, the attacker will come along with you. Okay, see, when you open, let me show you. Okay, see, you do not see, assume that this person is an attacker. Okay, he's not having a valid ID card. So when this person is swiping, before the door close, I will just enter. That is called as piggybagging. Okay, then there is called as a dumpster diving, trying to get treasure from the trashes. For example, when there is a social engineering. See, in your recycling bin, or else like say when you have disposed all your office documents, when you put everything in the dustbins like trash bins, or when you removed your mails. Okay, that is all called as dumpster diving. Trying to get the treasure from your trash is it what like dumpster diving means. Okay, these are all form of social engineering. And spam mails, sometimes a phishing link might go directly to a spam mails. Never click on to the links that is marked as a spam. And then when you click on to those links, okay, most of the things that is affected, like when continuously we are discussing about cyber security in terms of privacy. What does it privacy mean? What does it privacy mean? Privacy, someone's private space. Yes, exactly. So privacy means like, when see, if my photo is with you, I am comfortable. In that case, my privacy is not affected. The same if my photo or phone number is someone else to whom I don't know at all, in that case my privacy is affected. So each one defines our own privacy. So if something is being disclosed, or something, someone's privacy is being violated, then that particular person is responsible for it, because you are the one who is allowing that particular person to see your photos. Then you are claiming that you are the one who is uploading the photos in Facebook. You are already violating the privacy. It means like you have posted it Facebook. You will not have any control when you post it online. You do not know what they are going to do with your photo. So in that case, we are the one who are deciding our own privacy level. Okay. And another form of social engineering attack is called as cyber bullying, where we tease someone online, like say like where like of all negative words, like you are, no one likes you, you are a loser, you are ugly, you are fat, you have no friends, like that. Say if you say such kind of things, then the persons will be down, and they will just start reacting in a different way. Okay. Cyber bullying is nothing but like affecting a particular person via harsh words in online media, like comment when you're doing. And then in another type of attack called as cyber grooming. Cyber grooming is nothing but, like say you may think that you are talking to a person in the same age category, but still when you like say when you when you get into a relationship, and then when you try to meet them, then only you will understand that the person is like age old than you. Like say you may be 18 years old, that person may be 40 years old. Because since we are the social networking sites, if you try get into a relationship without knowing about that person may trap you. So that is called a cyber grooming. See, tell that to you that they are to the same age category, but they are not actually. Catfishing is something like a boy wearing a mask of a girl, means creating a fake Facebook profile as like a girl, and it means like that other opponent girl will also think that okay, they are both are same gender, and they can talk something private. In that case, the person may get like a malicious information, means get some sensitive information about you, and can able to blackmail you with that information. That's what catfishing means. And when you go for a recharge sites, okay, like because when you go for an like when you give it online, or else like say when you share your phone numbers with others, you should be very careful in how you are reacting to them. And one common example, like say mobile via mobile phone, most of the attacks now they are targeting your mobile phones only, because it can be easily compromised. Because there are so many vulnerabilities in this. If I will just show you an example how Android phone can be hacked. Okay, see, the scenario is that Manisha is the most coolest girl in her college. She used to her phone to check mails, manage social media accounts, and transfer money and so on. She used to carry her phone to the washroom all the time. She had no idea about a file downloaded by her on the messenger once, which a Trojan with malware, which is a drive-by download. Like say when you are clicking onto an app, when you are downloading an app, you do not know whether that app is a genuine one or not. But when you install that and when it asks for a permission, when you give that, you do not know whether it is a genuine or a malicious one. I will just create a fake app and I will show you, okay? Again, educational purpose. I'm just closing this. I have this scripts, okay? Initially, I'm going to create a fake app. Let me open my ngrok server first. Again, why I'm using ngrok is nothing but this. How do I know when you create on a link, how as a user I know that you have been clicked? So in order to have a connection between you and me, means remote users, I use this ngrok. So I have ngrok dot slash ngrok. I just opening in a random port. My ngrok has been opened. Okay, so I am using in another new tab. I'm just creating a payload, okay, in the name of I have already have it in the WhatsApp. I'm just creating in the name of amazon.apk. Okay, I'm just storing it in my desktop. If you could see here in my uh, desktop, open folder, I will have an app in the name of whatsapp.apk. So I'm just trying to create another one in the name of amazon.apk. So now I'm creating a fake APK. Okay, I can do whatever I want because I, as an attacker, if I'm highly skilled in creating a new app or anything, I can do whatever I want. Okay, so I'm just creating an app. Let it create. So meanwhile, so what I'm doing over here is nothing but again like a man in the middle attack. I'm creating an app. I'm putting it in your thing. I'm using ngrok so that whenever you're clicking on this link, this ngrok will help me to get that link over here. So I'm creating as an attacker. I'm creating a fake app. I'm just going to send that via a mail to you. When you install that APK, okay. So what will happen is that you are I will be able to get a complete control of your mobile phone. Okay, it's taking time. Let me just, usually it will not take this much time. Yeah, see, something called Amazon Data APK is being created. If you could see here, see, Amazon APK. APK is nothing but your Android app. So now what I'm doing in my Mozilla, I have already opened my account. Okay, because in Gmail you cannot able to send it. So I'm going to send the same via your APK file. This APK again can be sent as a link also, but just for your demo purpose here, I'm just sending an APK file. New message, attach, browse this computer. Because Gmail does not allow you to add attachments, so I'm not using Gmail here. I'm just using my Outlook. Oh, my ID itself. This is my another ID. Underscore. My browser is too slow. I don't know why it is. Yeah, my ID. Yeah, my ID. Amrita. Edu. My site is too slow today. I don't know why it is. Attach. Amazon.apk. I'm just uploading this. Open. Okay, it has been loaded. I'm just sending that to my mail itself. So I have my mobile with me. Okay, so I will receive the same message in my site also. Send yes. So assume that I'm just putting a fake packet in the name of means fake name in the same of like a Swiggy or Amazon. I can do because I can rewrite the script and I can do whatever I want. I'm just for this demo purpose. So I have sent that to my Outlook. So the same I have it in my mobile phone, because why I have used this mail is nothing but just to take this thing. So I got my amazon.apk. So how usually that will look is, like say for example, let me show you. I'm just install. I'm just it got downloaded in my mobile. See, if you could see here, the notice has been come. So it means I got a new message. So after I'm just installing. My system is too slow. That's why I could not able to show you properly. So I got this amazon.apk file in my phone, because the reason is that I just got this. I have turned means I have my Outlook in my mobile phone. So I just downloaded it in my device. I'm just installing that. Okay. So meanwhile, let me stop this file. New tab. Here I need to see, now I need to give all these commands. The reason is that I use that msf venom for this thing, for creating the app. The same I need to create a server, so that whatever the request as when you install that application, whenever you're getting it, you will be able to see their files over here. So I'm just authenticating myself. This host this tool is called as Metasploit. Metasploit is a framework which has all the tools inbuilt, which is used for hacking. Okay. Kali, enter. So we'll just start this. These are all the commands usually we give. So the command prompt will open, so that whatever the ngrok server credentials was there, we need to give over here. Yeah, see, it is starting the framework. I think it's taking time. I'm not able to show you. See, it has been opened, so I just need to set up this. Let me quickly set up these things. These are all the commands just to create your connection between the payload that is being sent and this. So the whichever the link, see, for this also, when we are creating this, we created Android Meterpreter reverse TCP L host the same. So I'm going to use the same thing over here. Local host is nothing but for creating the connection between your NG-ROC. So I'm not going to tell you why these things are coming up, because I just want to show you how the attacker can create an Android app as a malware and can able to send it to you. So that's all, it's done. So I have sent you the link also via this thing. Paste. So once if the attacker have been clicked on to this, right, when that app is installed in your mobile, so thinking that this is a genuine app, and if you have clicked on to it, so the attacker may get an access to your phone. Let me just show you that. I have installed that APK in my mobile. So let me, so once the attacker have, I'm just installing that in my mobile. Okay, when the particular person have installed, right, when they open on this link, you will get a Meterpreter. It will give you a notification saying that the person have been opened the thing. Just let me open this in my app. I'm done with my installation. My God, just give me a minute. So I'm fine. I'm not able to. So let me check whether my these things are. So actually my device is got connected to this. It should show me a Meterpreter shell. So with this Meterpreter shell, I could able to get an access. See, I as an attacker, I could able to get the connection and send like a message that the victim is sending from the attacker can make see assume that I am an attacker. I can install the mobile in someone's phone and I can send messages without their knowledge in their number itself. That's what I'm trying to show, because since my system is too slow today, I'm not able to, because over here I have turned on. See, I should get something like this, but I'm not getting it. Okay, you have tried something similar to the same. It has not receiving the data from mobile. Actually, I have tried it till version number 8. Okay, so it has not version number 8, version 10 till the Android latest version. I have tried it, but I don't know, because my system is too slow today. I'm not able to get it. I tried with the same, but I could not able to get it. Okay, let me just try after that in another 5 minutes. Okay. So meanwhile, let it load. I'll just figure out the issue. Meanwhile, I'll complete the other things also. And then when you upload a photos in your Facebook, okay, how the attacker could able to get your images and all. So the attacker can able to right click onto your photos and can able to get it. Similarly, the attacker could able to download the photo and assume if you have clicked your photo in front of the house. Okay, they just the attacker using the tool called as XF. My thing is too slow today. So using this tool called XF, okay, the attacker could able to get all your metadata. What is metadata? A data about a data, right? As an attacker, like say like attacker could able to get the latitude and longitude information of your photos. Like say when you drag and drop the photos, let's say let me just upload some random photos. It will give you the details, okay, metadata, like say what is the latitude, longitude information, and all those things informations I could able to get. Okay, file, when it has been created, who have created it, and all those information. If it the image, when you're taking the photo, if it has been geotagged, okay, in your photo, if the latitude and longitude information was there, when you click onto the photo, when the camera settings, there will be like say show your location also, like Yeah, see over here, when your camera in your app permissions, when the camera has a location settings, right? In this EXIF data tool, I could able to extract your location. Let's say, let me just open up. Yeah, this picture. Upload. So if it has a latitude and longitude information, it would have given. See, this image does not have. But if it has, as an attacker, what I can do is like I use Google Earth. Okay. See, for example, if they have got my latitude and longitude, right? Like location of, for example, I don't know where your college is. Assume that I'm just giving marks. See, I'll just get the latitude and longitude of your college. Okay, Google Earth. The attacker will do the same thing. Launch Earth. Because when you post a photo in the online, attacker could able to easily get your latitude and longitude. Again, as I mentioned, if your camera has an location permission turned on, so in that case get that latitude longitude information using this Google Earth. Just search, paste the location, enter. Okay, again with this Google map, I see, even though where I am, I could able to see where is your location is. I hope this is your campus. I'm not sure again. Okay, we could able to easily understand, let's say, where exactly that places are. So never ever turn on your location permission along with your camera. So the social engineering attacks like this are very common in places. Okay, is that clear till now? Okay. So over here in this, like say I'm just trying, but it's not coming. So so the point is the app will get installed in my mobile. So when I open up that app, right? So that app will get a entire control of my mobile, and it could able to show you. Like say what are the thing that is means. Say I just even day before yesterday I did the same because I usually take this class. Like in my desktop, if you could see here, you'll be able to see my SMS thing. Let me just in Kali. See, this is all my Wi-Fi password things. See, SMS dump. This dump was taken using that tool only. Like SMS dumps and all. Like say, I could able to get to dump the entire SMS. But let me try that again after some time. And again, the anatomy of mobile attacks, like say there are so many things that is happening in your mobile, the same that I'm trying to showcase. Whatever the details that you are storing to cloud, make sure that that is encrypted, because we do not know who is seeing to your data. And when you're connecting with your Wi-Fi, and also very specific about public Wi-Fi, right? Whether someone will give Wi-Fi for free, whether you will give Wi-Fi for free to anyone, then why do you expect the same from others? Like the people may, when you connect your Wi-Fi with in the public Wi-Fi's, free Wi-Fi's, there will not be any encryption at all. In that case, the attacker could easily eavesdrop your datas. Then same, an attack like evil twin is possible. Evil twin, the attacker create a fake access point, fake Wi-Fi in the name of cafeteria and all. When you connect to that, whatever you're doing in this, the attacker could able to see. And again, blue jacking, when you turn on your Bluetooth and try hacking your things, the Bluetooth pin is very common, either 0000 or 1111. At that time, if your Bluetooth is being turned on, the attacker could able to easily crack your Bluetooth pin and can able to pair it up. Okay, so make sure that your Bluetooth is commonly turned off. And there is an attack called juice jacking. What, you might have seen this before, right? Free device charging. So yes, see over here, this seems like a USB cable. The same USB cable we used to copy the files from your mobile to laptop. The same they are doing. I'm not telling every charging point or a juice jacking attack. The juice jacking attack is possible because of this. Because if you could see here, it is a server. If the attacker may create a script just to copy paste the content. So in that case, all your data will be compromised. Just a copy paste. Initially, now only we are getting a message saying that allow files or allow transfer photos or only charging and so on. Before the version 7, Android 7, there will not be any option. Just when you plug it, your device will be available in the desktop. They just can copy paste. So all your data, everything in this mobile can be compromised. And the same when you're downloading these applications from the web store, that is not secure at all. Don't give the permission whichever it has been requesting. The benefits of the hackers, they could able to financially benefit, or they could able to eavesdrop. Okay, like whatever you're doing, that's what I tried showing, but it's unlucky it is not loading. Yeah, see the Metapreter session was opened. So hopefully we will get the session now. So if this Metapreter session opened means that some attacker some victim have opened your application, opened your app, malicious app. That's what it means. Okay, let it open. Meanwhile, I'll just. So the attacker could able to eavesdrop all your things, because they can hack your webcams and they can do whatever they want. And the Android, there are so many vulnerabilities in that. See, this is the burpsuit tool which we have discussed. Just a sample snippet I have shown you. In the see, connecting your Facebook and intercepting via burpsuit, I could able to capture your username and password. Here I have showed you. The same with Amazon. Whatever you're doing with the help of burpsuit tool, I could able to see. This is a burpsuit interruption in terms of your Hike Messenger. I could able to see to whom you are messaging. See the number, the last scene, all information I could able to see. Same your Paytm. And this is a Truecaller application. How many of them have a Truecaller application? Not using? Okay. So Truecaller application is nothing but, okay, you are using it. Fine, no issues. So here this Truecaller application, the work of Truecaller application is just nothing but just copy paste your contacts. So initially the database was entirely empty. So we have started using it. So what happened? It just copied all our contacts and thereby it is making money. Okay. And the next interesting application is Zomato. Now the city entire traffic is because of this Zomato. You agree? How Zomato is making money? Like, say, I will just give you a scenario. The same Zomato or Swiggy, whatever it may be, I am going to a hotel. Okay, I am just ordering the food. I am having it, spending my petrol. The biryani is 150 rupee. The same they are delivering in my home with a customer support, with an another like say with a like what to say, the customer the delivery person is using their own petrol and all those things, but still they are offering the biryani for 80 rupees. How? If I am going, it is 150. If they are putting a person, putting a petrol and all, they are coming and they are giving for a reduced cost. How?
Offer, madam.
Offer. So what is the benefit for them? Was it they because they love you so much and they give you a very low cost food? Why does Zomato needs camera permission? Only like see the Zomato takes your camera permission and can eavesdrop you what you're doing, what and all those things. Okay, in that case there is something like a black market where they can able to sell your datas. They are making money because of your uh, not by ordering food. Okay, they are just making money because of taking your private informations. And then again, Blue Whale and Momo, all applications are all similar ones. This just compromises, let's say, ask like how I have showed you an app. Just I created an Amazon.apk, right? Similarly, they have created an app like this, and they tried compromising via this. Like say, just by taking the snapshots of your photos and all those things. So if such kind of blackmailing comes, don't react to it. If you react, they will take that as an advantage. And Go Keyboard. Does that keyboard requires camera permission? Whichever the app is, see, this like say Zomato or whatever it may be, whether your food will be ordered only when you see whether is there any relationship between opening up your camera and ordering food, and the same whether there is any relation with your keyboard and camera. No, right? But still, why they ask for it? Because to make money. Okay, don't download anything from third party sites and so on. Yeah, in that, no, see, the point I'm trying to convey is that I'm agree that in that case you will not be able to any app. The point is, don't give the permission 24 bar 7. If you want, go to your settings, turn off all the permission. Even in Google Pay, without allowing a location permission, it will not allow you to transfer money. Don't try to turn on all the permission. When you want to use Zomato, then at that time it will ask permission. Only give at that time, give allow. Don't give allow all the times. Got it? See, go to your settings, turn off all the permissions so that your camera will be turned off for sure. Then when you want to order a food in Zomato, at that time it will ask allow, and that time you give allow, and after ordering the food and once it has been delivered, again turn off the camera. Got my point what I'm trying to convey? So don't give permission like always. That's what I'm trying to convey. And the same, like whatever we are doing, or your Zomato, Google, like everything is noticing us. See, this is one picture. It is actually my mobile phone. I got a screenshot when I was standing near a bus stand. I got a screenshot, means a message saying that this bus will start in another 9 minutes. It is continuously monitoring me because my location was turned on. Even if you go stand in front of a restaurant for 5 minutes, it will ask for a validation. Okay, let's say seems like you have been visited this hotel, rate us how good we are, like that. Because the location, since the location permission is on, your mobile is continuously your Google is continuously monitoring. See, go to your settings, camera, whichever is required, only that for that you give allow. Rest of the things you just give deny permission. Okay. Then the same, when you're using it in the uploader, it will ask you whether, see, send email as you allow this application to run when you are not present. So it means that it is implicitly directly saying that whatever you want I will do without, whatever I want I will do without your permission. But still, if we are giving allow, then again it is our mistake. And daily once go to your app management and check whether there is any other malicious file that has been installed in your system. And how to secure from social media networks, like say some other threats, right? Stop unwanted notifications. Go to your settings, check whichever notification is required, only that notification you keep, all others you just stop it. Because if there is anything is requesting for your OTPs and all those things, you will not be able to get that. And always have a time limit when you're using social media networks. And see, the app that I have installed, right, that will be installed similar like this only. So don't keep unwanted applications which you are not using, remove that. And always calculate the daily limit of what you're doing, how much time you're spending in internet, like a parental control. Then how to use Facebook in a safer manner. Think before you post. Only connect with friends. Be kind to others. If you can, don't be hurtful to others. If you cannot tell anything to them on their face, do not tell them in comment also. Then how to monitor, again same parental control. Monitor what your children or your siblings are doing. Like say if they are using anything, like an app called MobiSpy is there, which is used as a parental control, just a spying app. And as I mentioned, most of your password, see, the attacker could easily crack your password if it is weak. Okay. And if you share that with share your password with anyone, the attacker could easily eavesdrop it. Okay. Always consider your password like a toothbrush. So we cannot tell that we are using the same password, so same toothbrush from the year one, right? So from the age one till now, I'm using the same brush. Is it someone like that? No, right? And also, will you share your toothbrush with anyone, even to your close friends? Will someone do? No, right? Then don't do the same for your password also. Always choose a good one. Change as like how you're changing your brush. Change your passwords regularly. Never share that password with anyone. And as we discussed about the webcam hacking, so the attacker could easily send you a phishing link and can able to crack it. Okay, so don't do that. Always put a webcam. Also, we cam a webcam. Oh, sorry, camera shut, shutter case. We have a shutter lock for cameras. Let me just show you. Like say where we could able to close our camera shutters, or else you see, yeah, that's what I'm trying to convey. So you can buy something like this, and whenever you're not using a camera, you can just turn off that. And internet safety for kids, always be polite on internet, like say, and if someone is trying to misbehave in internet, inform to your parents. Don't talk anything about someone, don't see unwanted things, and don't speak something unwanted in the internet. God, about doxing is nothing but collecting a public information about someone. Okay, try to post as little as possible any personal information about you and your family online. When you do that, anyone can take that as an advantage and can use it. Always have a data backup with you. so that if something happens like ransomware and all, you could able to get the backup of the same. So why the attackers mostly concentrate on this particular mobile phone is that because initially the 90s kids or 80s kids, they are very much sensitive towards TV remotes. If someone take the TV remotes, they'll shout out. But now the TV remote has been replaced with your mobile phone. If some of your brothers or sisters, even your parents touch your mobile phone, you just shout out them, because the importance that you give to mobile phone has been increased. That's why the target of mobile phone also has been increased. And also, who cares? I just want the biryani to be 100 rupees. I'm least bothered if they ask the camera permission, or else if they ask me location permission, I'm not bothered about. If you're least bothered about your data and checks only the offers, then you will be completely compromised to the attacker. Then, our generation's sleeping schedule depends upon the percentage of battery remaining on the phone. How many of them agree to this? How many of them agree to this? Many people are like this only, right? Because, and the people who are very new to the technology, they are like this again. Whenever we meet a kid, a first question is, do you have games in your mobile? Everyone is like this nowadays, right? Because the kids does not they are just very fond of using mobile phones because we are using in front of them. See, today a 3 years old child can unlock a mobile and open close apps all along. At that age I ate sand. This is for 80s and 90s kids, because nowadays people the children are very smart enough in using that, and we do not know what, because like see, if there is any image opened, right, they do not know how to react on it, and they may click on to that, and there may be some adult contents, they may see that, and the people may react in a different ways. Okay, so we should be very careful in people doing that. See, I wish I was their phone, so they would hold me and look at me all day. How many of them agree to this? Even now, if we sitting in the hall, right, everyone in the family, like either mom or dad, they will not speak. They'll just be in mobile, checking off what others are doing and so on. Every time when I take a session, there'll be certain parents who will ask me, like say, why my kid is continuously using mobile phones, and she's eating, she's not eating without mobile phone and so on. There are so many complaints. Whenever they tell that, I always put one single word: they do not know what phone is, because you are using in front of them. They are very eager to know what it is. That is how children start using that. If you want your siblings or children to stop using mobile phone, then better you stop doing in front of them. And you know that, like say, using mobile phone at this age itself, we are having so many impacts, like say the eye issues, and then there are so many problems that has been happening in terms of health. See, now if you are 20 years old, you have to going to travel another 50 to 60 years with this mobile phone only. The same we don't want to teach to our children or else to our siblings. From the year 3, if they are using, they'll be using for another 70 years with the mobile phone only. So you know the impacts of the same, and the attackers can send links at any time. The children do not know what it is. They may click, and the webcam can get hacked. And at the time, the attacker will see what you're doing and all those things. Okay, so be smart in internet. Whatever you are doing, make sure that you follow security. And if something happens, let's say if someone is blackmailing you with any cases, you can always call to this number and complaint against them. And cyber stalking means that don't harass anyone online. So whatever I have mentioned, you like try following that. It's not like leave as like you are hearing it. Try implementing it in day by day. Like say try disabling all the permissions in your camera, and means in your mobile phone, and whenever you want, try using that. Stay strong, make them wonder how you handle it. If something happens, something is worrying in terms of technology, like say someone is blackmailing you, someone is harassing you via online, try take it in a positive note, means don't respond to them, because people like you responding to them. So don't hear what they are telling, be as like you are. And so if the last quote, sharing is security, right? But if you could see here, it is not in a normal text, it is a mixture of characters, special characters, numbers, and so on. This is called as leet language. In order to secure your password, okay, you can use this kind of things, because why we use same password for so many sites, the reason is that we may forget. That is why, so that instead of using the same password in the same name, for say if your name is Abhi, okay, for first time once you use 4 6 and 1, or else like 4 6 exclamation, the alphabets which resembles like a special characters. For M you can use 2 N, or else like say the symbols. For O you can use 0, for for E you can use 3, and for I you can use exclamation 1, and so on. So you try using like mixture of special characters and characters to keep your password secure one. Okay, so this is my number and my mail ID. If you want anything additional, you can do it out. So I have a small quiz, just a 10 minutes. If you, I'm not, it's not again a compulsory, I just after your session you can do it, or you want me to do it now, and very interesting a game. Shall we do that for the in the 5 minutes of time? Okay, cool. So I'm just entering the link. Okay, let me, yeah. So those who wish to play quiz, I'm just entering this. I want you people to click on to this, and they will ask for a ID game pin. Give this. So and open that link and give this game pin. Yeah, Vineet joined. Okay. So I will tell you how to play this game. Okay, it is actually a quiz. When you enter into this, okay, I think maximum of 50 people only will be allowed. So whoever comes in the first 50, they can play here. So when you play, when I start this game in your phone or laptop, okay, whichever the one you are using, you will be able to see only a few colors. You need to see the question uh, 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 in my display, and you need to answer. You need to click, you need to press that color in your mobile phone. Okay, your question will be visible in my screen, and you in the app or in the phone you will see only colors. In the options you will have some colors. You need to see which color is a correct answer, and then you have to select that color in your mobile phone. Say for example, in your question, if it is, let me show you an example. Okay. Okay, yeah. See, for example, it will be something like this. Okay. The yeah. So you have to see the question in my phone, in my screen, and in your phone you will be able to see only this color. See, this is the options. Your red, blue, the options green. Out of 4, any one is correct answer. So that correct answer you have to click over here. Got an idea? Just you will be able to see only these colors in your mobile phone. See this thing, your rectangle, your diamond, circle, square, only this you will see. You have to choose. Okay. So I'm just hope you got an idea. Yes, you got an idea. Okay. So I'm just giving start. Those who want, you can join in between. So let's play. So this is the quest name. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. The first question. Which of the you will see, you will not be able to see the question in your phone, only see here. Which of the following is the most commonly used in this options? Red, blue, yellow, green. Which of the one is commonly used? Okay, 20 have answered. You have 45 more seconds more. 39 seconds. 30 people have answered. See, whatever we have discussed, the same will be there in your question. 32 people have answered. We have 26 seconds more. 33 have answered. 35 people answered. Good. 13, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So 33 people have answered correctly. So out of this, Abhi is in the first place. Let me move on to the next question. Question number 2. How long would it take an attacker to crack a 10-character password? Less than a hour, less than a week, less than a month? It depends. Okay, 31 answered. Good. 35 answered. 36. Okay, everyone have answered it. So it depends. Yeah, 28 people have given the correct answer. So Kalyan come to first position. Cool. So the third question. Choose the strongest password from the list. You know the rule. It should be a mixture of characters, uppercase, lowercase, special characters, and so on. 27, 28 answered. 30, 44, 35, 36 answered. 37. Okay. Okay, everyone have answered. Okay, out of 37, 30 have given the correct answer because this password does not have a special character. If you could look closely. Okay, Mohana have come to a first position. It depends upon how fastly you answer the question also. Fourth question. How secure is my password? We saw an example. You can visit to the site, give this password and check this answer also. QWERTY at 123, go to that how secure is my password site, give this answer, means give this keyword QWERTY at 123 and then try answering it. 30 people have answered. Okay, 31, 32. 34, 35. 36, 37. Yes. Yeah, it is actually 1 month. Correct answer. 15 have given. Okay, Tarun have come to a first place. Good. We have another 5 more questions. A email claiming that you have won a lottery is an example of a kind of phishing attack. What it is? Which type of phishing attack it is? Email via phishing. 29 have answered. 32. Okay. 34. I think another 3 to answer. 35. 36. One more. 37. So farming, I think we didn't discuss. Farming is nothing but compromising your creating a fake website is called farming attack. Yeah, 29 have given creating an email via phishing is what? Phishing attack. Oh, Darun stays in the first place. Then Kalyan have come friend. Good. The sixth question. Which of the following is the technique used to look for information in the trash or around dustbin in the container? Social engineering attack. I hope we discussed on the same. Okay, 29 answered. 31, 32, 33. Another 4 more. 34, 35. 36. One more. You know what is piggybacking? Going along with a particular person without a valid ID. And you know what is shoulder surfing? And you know what is dumpster diving is? Actually, no, I think I have given the answer incorrectly. My mistake. So dumpster diving is the answer. Yes, many have given. I have marked it wrong. So sorry. Apologies for the same. Because I was creating in a very rush. So again, Tarun and Kalyan remains in the same place. True or false? Social engineering is the art of manipulating people so they give up confidential information. True or false? Thirty-six. One more. Fifteen, 14. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. True. Many have given answer for the same. Good. So again, okay, JN have back with an answer streak of 3. Tarun again stays in the first place. Kalyan second place. Good. Eighth question. We have only 2 more. Which of them is not an ideal way of spreading the virus? Not. Which of the following is not an ideal way of spreading the antivirus? Sorry, spreading the virus. Via infected websites or emails or official antivirus or USBs. Another 3 to answer. 3 more. Yeah, 2 more to answer. We have only 14, 13 seconds. 10, 9. Another 1 to answer. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Official antivirus. See, with not an ideal way of spreading, how I cannot spread. Infected website will spread virus. Emails via phishing link we can spread virus. USBs again virus. USB virus. The pen drives you will be having virus, right? We can spread. So only way to prevent spreading is antivirus because antivirus will detect it. Kalyan have moved to first place. Good, Kalyan. Should you give people your password? Whether it is allowed to give your password to others? Good. False. We should not give the password to others. The last again. Okay, Kalyan stays in the first place. Next, the last question. Which of the following is not an appropriate way for of targeting a mobile phone for hacking? Not an appropriate way. Thirty-two, 33. Another 4 to answer. Okay, another 3, another 2 to answer. Only one person to answer yet. Because see, the target mobile phone, this is a vulnerability where we could able to compromise. Target apps vulnerability, again in any app we can find vulnerability and compromise. Keyloggers we can compromise. Only snatch the phone, because snatching is the concept of physical security. Anyone can steal your phone and can go. With that, hacking is not possible, right? So in this podium, the third place is Vardhan. Congrats, Vardhan, that you have got the third place. And I don't know who is the test user, got the second place. And the first place is Kalyan. Yeah, congrats, Kalyan. I hope you have understood all the concepts that I have given. And there was two runner-up. I think I just didn't read that. And all others we could able to see. I think if you want to see the full report, we can see who have got what position and all. I forgot the way how. Yeah, each and every person, like say, like what they have did first. Good, everyone. So I hope you have understood what I have covered, what the concepts that I have covered with you. Any doubts so far? Any doubts? Okay, this is my contact number. Those who want any kind of sort of help of anything related to your projects, related to your internship, or related to anything which is technically, which is in case of cybersecurity. Yeah, sure, Kalyan, we can have it. So we have to learn so many technical things because it is an introduction section. We have not covered many things. So if anything, I would like to help you. Like say, you can contact me in this number and my mail ID. So along with your, let me stop sharing my screen. Along with this, I'm just adding my uh, feedback also. Okay, I would like you people to mention in that as well. Just a minute. So I'm just sharing my website. I would like to like add your comments or and your feedback to my Google reviews, so that will be very helpful for me for my future sessions. Okay. Any doubts? Anything else? I'm done with my session. Amazon.apk. Yes, I will just check with that again alone. Okay. Let me just try that alone. I'm uninstalling. I'm deleting from. Let me delete things. I'm installing that. Install anyway. Let me just close this and check. Okay. Okay, it is opened. File, new tab. Instead of Venom. Instead of Amazon, I'm just renaming that to Snapdeal.apk. See, the Snapdeal.apk was created. I'm just mailing that to our Sandhya. Attach, browse this computer. Snapdeal.apk. Open. Send. Actually, that will come to my mobile as like this. See, like this, it will come to my mobile. So let me just check in my Outlook. Yeah, I got that app, snapdeal.apk. I'm downloading that to my device. It got downloaded. I'm just installing that. Meanwhile, file, new tab. Service Postgres SQL start. MSF console. So let me copy paste this. Use multi-handler. Okay. Set payload.
Ma'am, share the screen, ma'am.
Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing. Oh, I'm just sorry. I just created something called a snapdeal.apk. and I have mailed the same. Okay, it will look like this when it is being sent to my thing. Okay, so I have sent like snapdeal.apk to my mobile. I'm just doing the same thing what I did last time. Paste load, set host. So I have set everything, paste selection. Okay. So next. Okay, I'm in my mobile. It is installing. Got installed. Open. Exploit. I just opened in my mobile phone. It's not opening. It should get something like a multi-hand interpreter. So can someone tell your mail ID? I can share that. Not your other than Gmail. If someone is having something else, you can tell me so that you can install in your phone and check. Other than Gmail, someone else having some other accounts. Okay. Okay. So to this Karthik, I'm just forwarding this. Where is my Gmail? Forward. And someone else have shared me what? Vardhan. Again, I'm just sharing your means. I'm just forwarding that to you people. I want you to install this app. It will ask us some permissions. I want you to give that permission also. Did you receive that? I just want you to add it in the Google reviews. It's already shared, right? My screen is shared. Did Vardhan and Karthik, did you got my mail? Okay, try installing that, no? It will ask many permissions. You just give it and you just try doing it. So once you just get connected, right, I will get a message over here saying that a Matterpreter shell will open. I don't know why I am not able to open. Other than Karthik, Vardhan, did you got my mail? You didn't get? Okay. So Nanda, and the only hope is then Karthik alone. Karthik, you are installing? Even day before yesterday I tried, it was working fine. I don't know what is the issue in my thing. You're able to connect, Karthik? Yeah. Did you installed? Once you install it, you just open the tab. Okay, it is installing. Okay. Let me just close this. Give exploit again. Yeah, I found the issue. 1 minute. See here the download. Just give me a minute. See here it is was 4.tcp dot this thing. Just give me a minute. I will just sort it out. I was created. It's my mistake. Sorry. The lhost port was paste selection was different, and the lhost ID over here was 17700. Now we will get it. Don't worry. I got the point because I just used the same thing. That's why paste selection. See Snapdeal. I'm just doing around Snap alone. It was 4.io and the L port is nothing but, yeah, I just blender mistake. 17700. Okay. So it is 4.tcp.ngrok.io. Okay. Enter. I don't know how I missed this. Sorry. So okay, I got a snap.apk. Again, new message. R_Sandhya. Attach. Snap. Open. Send. Use payload. Set and post. So I'm just installing that now. I'm just installing that in my phone. That's why I was wondering why it is not happening, because I tried day before yesterday, it was working fine. So that's why. Yeah, see, I once I have installed in my thing, it goes Meterpreter session 1 open. So now it will get in connection to my mobile. See, yeah, I got connected to my mobile. In this mobile, now I could able to do all these functions. See, like I would like to see like we can as like say since I have installed in my mobile, assume that I have installed in Karthik's mobile. Okay, as an attacker, when Karthik installs that in his mobile, right, without his knowledge, I can able to install the app, I can able to run the app, uninstall the app, I can dump all his SMS, I can dump all his contacts, and I can send an SMS like I am sending to you. For example, send underscore SMS. This is the syntax. Before that, I like to show you that the mobile configuration. See, it is a Android 9 phone. So now I'm going to send an can anyone send your phone number? I can anyone send your anyone's phone number? Okay, it is 93980489149. 93980489149 hyphen T the text. Hi Avnish Sandhya here. Okay, so if I send a message, okay, so I think this number Avnish would have gotten message, the same thing. I'm just typing hi. So that is my number, Avnish, and I'm just sending to Dheeraj 8466928191. See, I'm not using my let me turn on camera. See, I'm not using my mobile phone. Okay, I'm just okay, Kalyan. Let me check with yours. I'm not using my mobile phone. I'm just sending via this. Okay, to those who want, like say, like even now, if I want to dump your SMS, right? As I mentioned, I like say the same. If I could check the webcam or dump contacts, if I want to dump the contacts or call logs, see dumping SMS. Someone send a message to me? Just a reply to that message. Just you send a reply like to either Kalyan or Avnish or someone, Dheeraj or someone. Okay, good afternoon. I got a message. Okay, so I'm going to dump the SMS. Dump underscore SMS. Okay, so it will dump all the SMS and it will save in the name of today's date. Okay, it is, let me check, it's 4628 in my desktop, not desktop, Kali. 4628, it ends with, yeah, this one. I think this is the message that you have sent, right, Dheeraj? Like, see, whatever the messages he have sent me. See, because since from my mobile I have sent, it was sent as the message that I sent, as well as he have sent me the message, the same I could able to see over here. So this is how attackers, see, when you install a malicious app in your mobile phone, the attacker could easily get to know all your details. Not only this, like say, let me close this. Like wake up call, app uninstall, install. There will be, see, webcam snap, webcam snap. This stream means it is something like live streaming. So when I click on to my web stream, okay, to stop, let me check with stream. See, it is just opened, right? It is waiting. So if in here my camera will be turned on, okay. So whenever I am like when it has been loading, when the connection was correctly proper, I could able to live stream. If you could see, it is a screen share. Whatever you are doing, I could able to see in this. Like say my camera, when it has been turned, it's loading actually. What is the number from where we are receiving the message? We are receiving the message from my number, because my number was compromised. Assume that I was an attacker, means if I am doing for someone else, that someone else number only will be used. Since I tried in my mobile, the number from message will be received is from my number only, the compromised number only. Okay, so here the stream, the thing will be opened, it's loading. So I hope you got an idea. Like it's failed. Okay. Webcam, record mic, webcam chat, webcam list. If anything has been there, call. I have not tried. Only mic. It was there. It was SMS only. It is not call. Get, quit, close channel, background running process. Whatever the apps that you have installed, that I can able to see. I can upload any files whichever I want. Screenshot, let me try this screenshot, because it is record and play the wave, whichever sounds you want, you can able to play that, but not calling. Screen, again it's not loading in this, but mostly all whatever the activities given over here, that it could able to make. Okay, I think this was only pending. It was a very minor mistake. I'm very sorry that I could not show you on time, but this is what it is. So don't install anything that is from the internet which is asking for any permissions. Don't install anything from the third party sites. Okay, so hope you are aware of what kind of phishing, like how webcam can be hacked, how your mobile phones can be hacked, and so on. Is that clear so far? Okay, perfect. So my request, like say, I just want you to go to Google reviews and to add up the comments that you have been, that you want to share with me. Okay, so that I can read from that. So again, I just share you the same. You just Google for alpha beta gamma, so you'll get, just give your reviews on this. Okay, fine. So that's all from my side. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am, for such a wonderful session on cybersecurity. Yeah, ma'am, and the session gave us a deep insight on cybersecurity, types of cyberattacks, how to use Kali Linux, types of attacks, various tools used for ethical hacking. I am also sure that this workshop has helped many students to plan their future internships, projects, and careers too. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our beloved principal, Dr. D. Hanumantarao sir, head of the department, Computer Science and Engineering department, Dr. P. Vijaypal Reddy sir, for this workshop. I would like to thank all the students and faculty for attending the workshop. This event wouldn't have been possible or successful without student coordinators and faculty coordinators as well. So I would like to thank Mrs. K. Bhagyalakshmi ma'am for your support. Thank you all for your support for making this a grand success. I once again personally thank Ms. Santya ma'am for sharing your precious knowledge with us.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. It's a privilege to have you here.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all. Thanks for your patiently listening to this. Thank you all.
I would also congratulate all the students for actively participating and being connected for such a long time. And frankly speaking, participating and responding simultaneously, it was a very appreciable job done by the students. And thank you all. I would like everybody, I mean, all the students to fill the attendance sheets, what are being circulated, morning attendance, afternoon attendance, and also feedbacks. On successful submission of all these, certificates will be sent to your respective mail IDs. Thank you all.